back, guys. So we're gonna put my my popper on today and get it wired up and go from there. So I already ran everything through there. This is just gonna connect into here this way. Okay, and I'll tuck in, and then that will go up in there like that. So, and we'll put some screws on. Oh, I need to get my wrench, or my not wrench, my ratchet. Let's see if I can just get this started a little bit, just to hold it up in place. And then let's see, then I have to and then this little wire will go up in here, and then this little bracket will hold on to this, and then I'll move it back and forth. All right, let me go get my ratchet. All right. And is it just me, or do I always end up with extra bolts and screws? All right, there's that. Okay. And like I said, this will have to, this little notch here, and that, so I need a little Allen wrench, and that's going to go on there. Let me go get my Allen wrench. Take that off. Just like that. We'll just kind of not tighten it too crazy. Maybe one more rotation. Yeah. Okay, there's that. And where is my, oh, right here. I might have to take it off again and readjust it. Might have to take this part off again. So that goes up in there. And then yeah, so see, I'm gonna have to drop this again. Might be best to take this panel off to get that bend in there. That's what I forgot to do. That's all right. Okay, so I'll just go back and redo it. I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit because now it's in lock position, and I need it to come back further, but it's hitting this, so I need to turn this end on here and shorten it up. That way we can get it unlocked and locked. So now we're locked, and I don't want, let's see. I wonder if it's up in my mechanism up top here, because it's not wanting to unlock. There's something that's hitting up here in the actual mechanism maybe. Now it's being stubborn. So I think it's up in here because this is loose. That has no bearing on anything now, and it won't open. So something's, yeah, something's not quite working there. All right, well. Okay, so I'm having on both sides of the issue. But if I loosen up this whole mechanism, it goes up and down, no problem. But if I tighten it and then push it down into lock, it won't unlock. So I have to figure out what's causing this. So see, I mean, that'll unlock it. And then if I go to, see, that's locked. And then that'll go all the way back up to where, oh, I need to push it back in. But if I push it in, so this will be where it's locked. And then down is where, like if I push the button and it lock, okay, and then if I push this and try, or even up top to try and unlock it, see, it won't unlock. But see, now it'll go all the way up and it'll unlock. But if I tighten down the screws where it holds it on, then it won't unlock. So I'm have to see if it's catching somewhere. So I'm gonna kind of just slowly tighten it down and go back and forth and see until I can see where it's hanging up on. I just don't know where it's hanging up on. I don't see nothing. So I don't know. It might be putting pressure on one of the mechanisms or something. I don't know. So we're gonna look at it and see, and see if we can get these locks to unlock properly. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is this is the only thing attached is the upper door mechanism. Maybe I need to adjust that a little bit because that's the only thing left attached. So I'm going to take that off and see if the operation works better that way, because it might be just too long or too down in there. This a little arm down right there. I don't know if you can see it, but this little arm, it might be too short or too long. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. So let me go ahead and take that off and see if that will make a difference. Yeah, that was it. So I need to adjust it to where that arm comes up a little bit more. So I'm going to take this whole thing out and let's redo this. Let's just take the whole thing out, and then I can adjust the arm a little bit, because this arm needs to be up just a little bit more, and it was just barely pushing down. Let me see if I can point it out. So this arm right and down here, this arm was just barely pushing down. So there, that arm right in there was pushing down on the lock itself, and that's why when it was locked, it would stay locked. All right, so at least we figured out what it is. Now I have to take it apart again. So I have to, all right, find that happy medium place, because I either go too far or too short and it won't open. So I need to get this just right, this adjustment, to where you'll open up this, with the top. So let's try the top. See, it doesn't open. It's too far down, but I can press on it with my hand and it'll close it. So I need to find that happy median. So I'm just twisting this little thing a little bit. I just kind of stick it in the hole. And I need to be able to open up the door first. Okay, so now let's lock it. Well, let's open it. Let's pretend like we locked it. Lock it. Okay. Nothing. There we go. Okay, so that's where we need it. Boy, what a pain. So let me put that clip back on. Get it on there. And then we'll put everything back together and see if that fixes everything. All right. And then, of course, I still have to get that out. All right, so let's get that top pin for the top of the door first. So I need to put this back on and all right, get that set. Maybe let's test it out and see. Okay, so that's locked, and if I open up the door with the handle, okay, opens that way. Okay, now let's open it up with the handle up top. I have to push in for a little bit further. I might make it another, come here. I might make another adjustment because I want it to open up a little bit smoother. Because that one I have to push all the way down. But let's try this. Okay, that's locked. Okay, and then I'll unlock, and it unlocks. Okay. Let me just try and push down a little bit on it. And see if it... That way maybe I can just kind of get an idea of maybe how much more pressure I can get. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, lock it. Okay, and then see if it... So I can adjust it a little bit more. I'm pushing down maybe halfway up on the top here. Yeah, I can adjust it a little bit more because I want it to open up easier. Okay, so we can twist it down a little bit. Okay, so after adjusting that 100 million times, and then I had to readjust this now to get this length correct. So now it opens and closes. So there's closed. Let me go ahead and... So locked, okay. And then when the popper goes, pop it open, and I'll be able to open, okay. So now that we got that, everything on this should work now. On this side, man, it's finicky. I had to adjust that probably 6-7 times just to kind of get the right setting. So anyway, yeah, let's close the door and see how it feels opening it up from the outside. And because the other, you know, I had them like butter. Still, you just have to press down a little bit further in, so it's not like immediately, but that's okay. All right, that'll do. Okay. Who would have thought? Man, I spent probably an hour on that. What time is it? I probably got, an hour and a half just trying to figure out what to do there. That was not fun. I'm not gonna lie. So let me make sure this adjustment, this adjustment should be fine, but on the door, yeah, that one's fine. Okay, that'll work now. Okay, so and then this, we'll move back and forth, and we'll see if this adjustment gives us the right amount of on this adjustment down on the popper. Okay, let me put that last screw in, and then we'll go over to the other side and do it. Did the exact same thing on this side. This one was easier. So now my poppers can move this back and forth, okay? And so just to show you, so that's locked, this is unlocked, so that works, okay? The door handle on the inside works. All right, so now if we take it down, so see, locked. Then when we go back up, unlocked. Okay, so now we can adjust this. This little, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Oh yeah, this the little Allen wrench thing. So this needs to be on the real tight for the poppers to, you know, really latch onto. Oh, I didn't strip it, did I? Let's see here. Maybe the Allen wrench is just stripped up. This whole thing's stripped. Great, just great. I might have to go find a different screw or Allen wrench for this. Oh, so loosen it up, maybe tighten it up again. This needs to be tight on there. Yeah, it's kind of stripped going this way. I think that'll hold. Okay, well anyway, that seems like that's gonna, nope, it's gonna come loose. I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna have to go find me another screw like this. Yeah, it's kind of stripped out already. I'll go down to Ace Hardware and see if I can find that. Okay, so got that all on. What a drive to over there, come back. All right, so now all we have to do is, for my control box, I got to just add a consistent power. So there's when you open up the door, this little switch right here, there's a consistent power always going to that wire. So we can tap into that wire or the cigarette lighter if you have the cigarette lighter. Look how dusty that is. Anyway, so either or. So I'm just going to tap into this wire. It's fused. You don't have to, according to the instructions, as long as it's fused. You just tap into that, and then I can tap into a ground along the top here. So I'm going to take this panel off. Okay. So for the hot, all the time is orange on your light bulb. So basically, the way this switch works is that's your ground. So when you press on the ground, then that goes off. But so let's hold this. And see, so you're still hot even with the pressure point done. So we're going to tap into the orange here. That'll always be hot. And that's the one we need to tap into, is orange. Okay, so that's all wired up correctly. I can press the fobs, and they're going the way they need to. I think, but it's still not popping right. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to reread the instructions, and I'm thinking that the main power for this, instead of be in with the key on, you know, I think it needs to be on full time or straight to the battery. So I might have to switch my fuse box around a little bit over there. Let me go ahead and turn on the switch, and then let's try. Yep, that's what it is. So you can see over there. So see, I need to adjust that one because it's not moving. But this one, so that one's so let's lock and unlock. So let's go ahead and test it out. So see, that's locked. I got the buttons backwards. Okay, so but that one's funny because the buttons are backwards. So that one's lock and unlock. So I'll have to switch the wires around. But like I said, this one isn't working the way it's supposed to. So this is why we test. Here, see, this came loose. So I need to tighten that down. Luckily, I bought 2 bolts because I knew, you know, just in case it would happen. So that one needs to be tightened down. That's why, because this one's, when it moves back and forth, the whole thing's moving. So we'll get that tightened down, and then, like I said, it needs to be straight to battery. So I just got to take the one clip off and put it in the right. I put it in what is it? Or the turn on the key. So it needs to have full power all the time too. All right. Okay, let's all right, back to Ace Hardware. The new bolt snapped off. So I have to go buy another one. So I'm just gonna take my Allen wrench and I'm gonna take this whole thing and just tighten it there. And however, if I keep breaking bolts, then I'll just buy however many bolts until I get it tight. Oh geez. All right, okay, back to, so after doing some more adjusting, we finally got it. Okay, so I had to adjust this arm a little bit more, and because it was just too stiff. So and then this arm I had to adjust a little bit too. But now, like I said, I have to have it started. Well, not started, but the key on, and now. Oh, so see, that's lock, and they're backwards. So if I press that, that's unlock. That's lock. All right. To fix this, all I have to do is do 2 wires over there. I'll show you. But let me shut the door and let's test it. Oh, got it. Got it locked. Hold on. Oh, we didn't open it. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and lock it. So see, there, and there we go. So now we just got to fix these 2. And to fix that, they wired it wrong from the factory, but it's no big deal. Really easy to fix. So these two wires right here, the white and black, I just have to switch them around. So, and then that will get us to work correctly. You know, it's funny because they did the same thing with the window regulator. It was backwards too. Quality control. You know, like if you didn't know what you was doing, and you did, you know, you'd be kind of mad. You'd be pissed. But like I said, I know how to fix it, so it'll only take me a minute to pop these out. At least I think I can. Maybe not. I might just have to splice and turn them around. But either way, I'll get those switched around and then they'll pop open right. And then we could put everything back. And then we could maybe put the door panels on tomorrow. I'm kind of getting beat. This is taking longer than I wanted, so I didn't think it'd take this long. But yeah, quality control. I mean, this is kind of crazy. You know, it's kind of funny. My friend John, he caught me the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I really enjoy watching my videos and stuff." And you know, he says, "Don't kill yourself doing it with the heat and everything." I said, "Oh, well, to me, this is my, you know, kind of zen, you know, meditating, you know, working on things, kind of clears my mind a little bit. You know, so a little different. You know, if I was to do this for somebody, I don't mind, but the problem is, you know, depends on how picky the customer is. You know, I could do a better job than most, but you know, some people want absolute perfection, and sometimes I'm not a perfectionist. So, you know, that's why I try to stay away from other people's vehicles and stuff like that. You know, because a lot of people are, oh, you're really good at mechanicking and doing work on cars. Yeah, for my own sake. Oh, and one more thing, before I switch those wires around, I am going to put a little bit of JB weld around this, just in case, you know, just in case it comes loose. You know, just a little bit, just to hold it in there, and then that way, nothing will, you know, rattle loose or anything like that. Because I would hate to be, you know, locked in your car or locked out of your car, you know, and that'd be really hard to fix. So I'm going to put a little bit of JB weld around that, just in case, as a just in case procedure. Okay, so switching those two wires worked, and now for the JB weld, the stuff we're going to put around the edge there. So mix it in kind of like that. Oop, boy, that came out faster than I wanted. And cap back on. What we're going to do is we're just going to mix it up. This stuff settles within like 6 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. So we're just mix it up really good. And then I'm just going to take that Q-tip and apply it to the edge of that let's see, let's get down here. I'm just going to apply it to that real quick. That way, like I said, just has a little extra protection. So just coop it around there and try to get it in all the little cracks, because I just don't want it to, like I said, move. And cause me any other problems down the road. I'd hate to not be able to get into my car. And one thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put like a secret battery jumper, just in case the battery dies too, because it could be locked and if the top's up and everything, I won't be able to get in. So that's another thing I'm gonna have to do too, is I'm gonna have to run some jumper or some wires for jumper cables, just in case, because as we all know, the battery's behind the seat. So if that happens, yeah, I mean, you could totally lock yourself out. So I'm gonna have to figure out where I could put some like jumper cables on the outside. It'll probably be towards the rear end, probably underneath the license plate or something, and you know, something like that where I could just grip on and something. So that's in the future though. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you this, and we'll let that sit, and I'll do the other side real quick. So now we're all working here, so everything's put back, kind of cleaned up. I'll put the doors on tomorrow, and we'll leave off there. So that was that took a lot more work than I thought. Running back and forth to AutoZone, Ace Hardware, and then doing all this, it just took a little more time than I thought. So it is like 5:30 at night, and I started about 12:30. So, but hey, yay, the doors are done. except for the panels, you know, putting on the skins, or not the skins, the door panels on the inside. So great, we're all done. Thank God. All right, guys, thanks for following me again, and like I always say, just, you know, just thanks again, means a lot. And we'll come back again next time. Thanks.